In the last video, we saw how to apply for the CCP examination. In this video, we will see how to schedule your CCP exam. Now, again, let me quickly take you through the examination application checklist. You should have 8 years experience or 4 years of related experience and 4 years of college degree. As I mentioned in the previous video, if you have 3 years of college degree, then you should have 5 years of industry related experience. In addition to your eligibility criteria in terms of your education and the experience, you should also submit a technical paper which is of 2,500 words minimum and maximum should be 5,000 words. I will talk about technical paper in a different video. And you should also submit a signed affidavit, which I explained in the previous video. So once you have submit all these 4 documents through email, you will receive an eligibility email from AACEI. Like I explained in the previous video, that eligibility is valid for 6 months. You should schedule your exam before you complete your eligibility period, right? It is advisable to schedule your exam well ahead of the 6-month deadline. That's because in case if you don't pass in the first attempt, you will have ample time to take your second attempt. Because if you finish your eligibility period, you need to pay the full fee to take the exam. If you're a member, you have to pay 500. If you're a non-member, you have to pay 625. But if you fail in the exam and if you take the resit within the eligibility period, you should have to pay only $250. Okay, let's hope that you don't fail the exam, but in the worst case scenario, that's what you need to know. All right, let's assume that you applied for the exam with all the supporting document and AAC have gone through it and they've approved it. Okay, what's next? You will be receiving a clearance letter and access voucher code. All right, so you'll get an email from AACA saying that you are good to go for the exam, and you will also have an AACA voucher code. Now the email will also give you a website where you should schedule your exam. Just to let you know that AAC exams are now computer based. You can schedule the exam throughout the year as long as it's a local working day. All right, so who is conducting the exam? Who is the third party? That is Criterion. So Criterion is an independent testing provider who had partnered with AACEI. To know if you have the testing center nearby your location, go to Criterion online and click Locate a Testing Center, where you can able to choose the country of your choice, and also you can choose the state. Then it will list out all the testing center on that country, on that state. Okay, so that's how you check if the testing center is near your location. You can always find one near to your location, and the testing center is almost throughout the world except very few exception. All right, so before you book the exam, before you apply for the exam, just make sure that you have a testing center nearby you. Okay, so I'm going to close this one. Once you receive the email from AACEI, it will have this particular link. Okay, the link is basically hosttesting.com/AACE. Okay, so once you go to hosttesting.com/AACE, it will go to this landing page where you have to enter a username and password, which is a profile which you have to create inside host testing. It is not the same profile of AACEI. You have to create a new profile in this testing provider. So to do that, you can click create new account. Okay, so I'm going to create a new account now. Let's say CCP Study Online. See, as you could see, they're asking for AACA ID. When you have applied for the membership, you would have received the AACA ID. So you can go ahead and use that AACA ID over here. All right, so here is the confirmation. Thank you for creating a new candidate account. You will receive an email confirming your account. All right, so what you need to do is log back in. Okay, now as you could see here, that my profile has been created. I could able to log in. So I'm going to click register for an exam. Okay, so here it gives me the list of exam, right? So what this basically does is, it will basically show you the list of testing center available in the country. If I choose any one of the testing center, you can able to select them. Okay, and as you could see, it is also showing the availability, what are all the days you can able to take the test in this particular testing center. You can also choose the time, so basically you can choose any day you want. I'm going to click select. Okay, so it gives me a confirmation, the exam and the location. I'm going to click continue. All right, now here is the important detail. Here you have to enter the access code which you have received from the AACEI. Even though it shows $100, you don't have to pay the $100 because you already paid the exam fee to AACEI. Once you apply the access code right over here and click apply, then your exam scheduling is done.